Hi guys, so in today's video I wanted to give some informative information about the benefits of tea tree oil. Tea tree oil is an essential oil, so a lot of what I'll be saying is very similar to my peppermint oil video, which is another essential oil. Essentially, an essential oil is an oil in its most concentrated form. So tea tree oil, like peppermint oil, is very strong and often has to be diluted with a carrier oil. So just take heed of that. And when I am saying the use of tea tree oil, I'll always mean mixing it with another carrier oil to dilute it. So tea tree oil is an antibacterial and antifungal oil. So what that means essentially is that it helps prevent infections and inflammation of the scalp, which is of course always going to be a good thing. What happens when you get infections and you get inflammation of the scalp? It's not a great breeding place for growth for your scalp. So tea tree oil is a great oil that helps fight against that. Tea tree oil is also a natural remedy of getting rid of head lice. Not sure how applicable that is to some people that watch this video, but just something to bear in mind. Tea tree oil is also a great oil for stopping itchy scalps. And what tea tree oil actually does is prevent dandruff, and it does that by unblocking the hair follicles. So what typically happens when you get dandruff, you get a lot of typically have a dry, itchy scalp, and the flakes will sort of build on top of your scalp and block the hair follicles. And what tea tree oil does is help unblock those hair follicles, and unblocked hair follicles allows entry for growth, allows your hair to essentially punch out from underneath your head and out of the scalp, and grow down our backs. So it's a great oil for that. There are so many ways you can incorporate tea tree oil into your regimen. A great way that I can think of is adding it to your shampoo, particularly if you're suffering from, as I said before, dandruff or inflammation of the scalp. And what you'll find is many of the shampoos on the market will contain tea tree oil, or there'll be shampoos that specifically advertise towards people that suffer with dandruff, and they will commonly contain tea tree oil. So yeah, you could go out and buy one of them shampoos, or alternatively, and what I prefer to do is just use my regular shampoo and add a few drops of tea tree oil to it, because that way I get all the benefits of picking my own shampoo, i.e., so if I don't want to use sulfates, I don't have to use sulfates in the shampoo. So I'm getting all the benefits of I would if I use a normal shampoo, and I just add some tea tree oil, for many of the benefits that I said before. Another great way you can use tea tree oil is by adding it to your scalp mix. So for me, I add a few drops of tea tree oil to my castor oil mix and peppermint oil mix, which is what I use to oil my scalp. So yeah, you can use any carrier oil. Just remember to always dilute the tea tree oil, because if you use it in its concentrated form, it will end up irritating your scalp because it is so strong and so concentrated. But yeah, use it with any carrier oil, and just use it as a scalp massage, or just use it to oil your scalp. Another great way to use tea tree oil, and one of its uses that is my most favorite, is to add it to my favorite moisturizing conditioner and make a cleansing conditioner. And this will be a natural cleansing conditioner, because what tea tree oil does is it has cleansing properties, and as it unblocks the hair follicles, and it generally cleanses the scalp. So all you can do is add a few drops to your conditioner, and you can use it as a great co-wash if after you've exercised, because what happens when you exercise is that your scalp will start to release a lot of sweat, and that sweat contains a lot of salt, and what the salt does is it dries out your hair, and also what the sweat does is causes an itchy scalp. So tea tree oil is a great oil to put into your conditioner, because not only will it cleanse the scalp, but it will also relieve it from the itching that would happen as a consequence of the sweat released during exercise. Another great use of tea tree oil, and hopefully one that you won't have to use, is the fact that it's great for healing burns, which chemical burns that happen after you've over processed your hair after a relaxer. But as I said again, it's hopefully not one that you'll experience. But if you do suffer from chemical burns after relaxers, if you just rub a bit of tea tree oil, of course mixed with a carrot oil, and just massage it into that area for a couple of days in a row, you'll find that the burning will stop and the itching will stop. So tea tree oil can be purchased at your local health, beauty, or vitamin supply store. The most common chain in this country is Holland and Barrett's. So yeah, you can get it from there. I personally buy mine online, and I get mine from Lavender World. I'll put the link with the video. Because you get 3 bottles for £6, whereas in Holland and Barrett's, one bottle is about £6. So the frugal part of me always wants to buy it online, and also you get free shipping. So this is the bottle it comes in, and that's from Lavender World. So as you can see, tea tree oil is very similar to peppermint oil. It's an essential oil, so it comes in very small 10 milliliter bottles. So yeah, it's quite pricey compared to other oils, but because you're only using a few drops at a time, it doesn't work out to be that expensive. I reckon this will last me a year, to be honest. And at £2 a bottle, I can't really complain. I would say beware of the tea tree oil you buy in your local black hair supply store. Specifically if it's not in a small bottle like this and it's in a larger bottle, because what that often means is that it's already been pre-mixed with a carrier oil, typically almond oil, because that's one of the most cheapest carrier oils about. And not to say that, don't buy that, but just be aware when you buy it that it has already been diluted, so you don't then need to further dilute it, because you're just going to lose the benefits of the oil. Personally, I don't like to buy it in its diluted form. I do like it in its essential form, because then I can use it in any way I want, and I know exactly how much tea tree oil there is to the carrier oil and stuff like that. But the option is there for you to buy tea tree oil pre-mixed with another carrier oil. Hi guys, this is just a hair update. I'm currently 12 weeks post relaxer. I'm going to be relaxing my hair this Friday. And since my last relaxer, I've used no heat on my hair. That includes blow drying. And all I've really been doing is just bunning my hair for the past 6 weeks. So yeah, I thought this would be a good opportunity to show you guys my natural hair texture. And when I say natural hair texture, of course my hair is chemically processed, as I do get relaxers, but this is just how my hair looks when I've not applied heat for a long period of time. And as you can see, my hair is quite thick and it's not bone straight. It does have some texture and some curl pattern. So I just want to show you up close. I'll show you from the back as well. So I hope you guys can see what I'm talking about when I say that I don't have bone straight relaxed hair. And just take heed from that, because a lot of the advice that I will be giving is more geared towards girls that do have relaxers but also still have thick hair and a curl pattern. And that's not to say that my videos are not beneficial to girls with bone straight hair or even girls that have natural hair, but it's just to say that on some videos I will mention a lot about how beneficial a product is for thick hair, because obviously that's what works for me and I have very thick hair. So